Hello and welcome back to Personal Code of Conduct. To be honest, I don't know. I'm just vibing. I'm just existing. I'm just like at this weird point where I'm like, who am I? What am I? What am I doing? So I'd say good things have happened over this is my second week of unemployment. I just realized it has just been only 2 weeks, and I'm still glad to be unemployed. But obviously, the people around me may not necessarily be happy that I am unemployed. So today's topic is going to be about validation versus motivation in that kind of sense. I wanted to have this entire conversation because I wanted to look at validation, self validation, and motivation to do things. And in the usual Dio fashion, Dio barely did anything other than look at the definitions and everything. But when something is interesting and amazing, you find yourself wanting to just study it over and over again. So I hope this stuff does split screen stuff as I attempt to do my poor excuse for research. So based on definition of validation, I did download um two PDF stuff. One was for validation, one was for self-esteem, and the other. So it was a question of standard scientific definition of validation is the action of checking or approving the validity slash accuracy of something. And I think that's where it goes into psychology, which is this the seeking for validation aspect of it, which is to look, you want people to confirm what you already think of yourself, but it's mostly in a positive light, in the sense that you want people to think that you're amazing, you want people to think that you're cool. I remember this weird conversation. I don't even remember who told me, but I remember this one situation where somebody was like, I wish I was like you, I wish I didn't care. And I was like, is it that I didn't know whether to take it as an insult or a compliment. Is it that I truly didn't care, or I just didn't have the energy? I think there's one rule I live, I personally live my life by, which is something like pre-stoicism, pre all this stuff, is if this thing bothers you, but if it doesn't bother you enough for you to change it about yourself, then you don't really, it doesn't really bother you. I know it's kind of it seems very, what's the word, it seems very judging yourself, not putting yourself in the appropriate places and all this kind of stuff. But it helped me let go of stuff. For example, I thought somebody dressed really pretty and really cool, really pretty and really cool, and I asked myself oh man, do I want to go through the effort of going through a whole makeup routine or this kind of stuff? And I was like, nah, I don't. So I just have to live with myself the way I currently look like. I didn't start giving two shits about my skin till August last year. And when I put in the research, like gradually, mistakes and whatever. Even right now, I haven't washed my face. That skincare guru hasn't washed her face or done anything and has crusty, dirty hands that she shouldn't use to touch her face. But anytime I find myself getting overly anxious about something, I'm just it's not that serious. Chill. Which is something that I feel is perfect. I know this it relates itself to outsiders as I just don't give a fuck. Oh, I give a fuck. I give too many fucks. But the thing is that it's always, I'm usually the center of attention. That's why in that kind of situation, do I seek validation? Yes and no. Because I don't need people to confirm that I'm amazing. I like it when people tell me I'm amazing. I'm not even going to fucking deny it. I like it when people tell me I'm intelligent. I like it when people tell me they like my energy, they like my vibe, they think I'm cool. But the thing is, I think that's about myself. It's a bit narcissistic, but I do, and I think I'm fucking cool. But one thing that bothers me is when people, I won't say people say shit about me, because I actually don't really care. Is when people I give a shit about, basically family members or friends, are, they give me the vibe that I am not making the responsible decision, or they give me the vibe that they are worried for me. The thing is, I get worried for myself. I want my own approval. I want to look at myself and be like, damn girl, you're amazing. And which is something I will never, I know it sounds like repeating, and I'm like, okay, am I lying to myself? I repeat so much. It's one of the reasons why I'm very, very happy for quitting, because I couldn't look myself in the eye and say that this is where I wanted to be, or had a plan for myself, or had direction, or this is a dream and what had you and what have you. So it's like on that day that I quit, I know I'm dragging this whole like to like 2 weeks and what have you, but on that day that I quit, I was like, I was just free. And it made me like, instead it made me regret that if I had like waited a bit, like why was I freaking out about being at home. But thing is that my biggest thing, that rather than validation, is to seek self-validation, because in my internal mind I constantly feel like I'm not doing enough, and I'm not able to act like my 16-year-old self, who's like, um if you're not doing enough, Baba, go and sit down and leave this thing alone. But like my 16-year-old self was able to stick to like weird things surprisingly well. Like just decide that this is something I want and go and get it. But things I wanted were not that difficult to get. I'm in the fucking real world. And all of a sudden the things I want cost money. Like the thing is that in uni, the things I wanted did cost money. But I was like, it's not going to affect my life, because I didn't need retail therapy to make me happy. Like my biggest form of retail therapy is buying internet and spending an embarrassing amount of money on data, money that I don't have. Recently, I'm unemployed human, but like that is my form of retail therapy. And obviously, there's this whole thing about I do not dream of labor. I dream of what I'm doing with the fruits of my labor, which is like most human. But if you're going to pick a form of labor, so to speak, you have to pick something that's interesting, engaging. And I was like, while I did find my previous job interesting, the fruits of that labor were minuscule, and I didn't find myself in a position that I could be proud of. I finally know what I want. I want fruits of labor. And I want my labor to be something that I wouldn't say I'm in love with for the rest of my life, but I would say that it's very interesting, very like it deals with energy, it deals with like mindset, it deals with technical aspects, it deals with everything that I feel needs to stimulate my mind. But my main focus is enjoying the fruits of that labor. While I obviously, and to be honest, the fruits of that labor may be highly tied to that labor. It may not necessarily be of the monetary value. It can be things like you find an answer to a technical problem, you find solutions, you create vibes, you're just freaking awesome. And that's something that I want for myself. I want to see myself in a situation where I can be comfortable. I think my one proof for everything is health. But like Jesus Christ, I'm such a fucking good cook that I've eaten like 8 servings of my fried rice. Now this goes back to my whole concept of like how I describe it, self-validation. When I was talking about like this self-validation, like yesterday I and my older sister went shopping. Like we spent money that Dario doesn't have. And my old phone was only worth 3K, and I was like, fuck it, I'm not selling again. But like I could have extra 3K on my hand. I should have like just eaten everything, eaten my soul, and taken the fucking 3K and be like, fuck all this shit. But like here I am with a worthless phone and no money. But I need to like sell my old laptop as well. Fuck Daryl. But what was I saying? So we went shopping yesterday, and I saw the fruits of my labor. Like I've been working out for like 8 months now. I wouldn't say I've been dieting based on the fucking 8 servings of fried rice I just went to get eat, and the fried rice and dollar rice and goofy I ate yesterday, and the fucking moi moi and moi moi and chicken and what else did I eat yesterday morning? And biscuit and milk and all this stuff I've eaten. I've been eating trash for the last 3 days. I don't even know how my face is not covered in pimples. I think it's because I've been taking care of the face relatively well. So like I'm at that point where I feel especially bad for these 8 servings of fried rice because I'm a good cook. My fried rice tastes fucking amazing. But like I feel especially because yesterday I saw the fruits of my 8 months of working out. Obviously, like I saw one of the fruits on Friday when I saw that like I went from freaking seven, like I was fucking like I have to. I'm going on a jog this night. I know it's not going to like cancel out my fucking 9 servings of fried rice, but like I need to work out. I haven't worked out. I worked out on Thursday, and today is Sunday. It was supposed to, because I worked out. I've worked out twice this week. I'm not counting the time I went on a walk. I've worked out twice this week. I know this is all rambling, but like I'm promising myself that I'm going to have proper topics, proper research topics, proper direction. I was like, this was supposed to be like, I'm especially chill and data spending in this unemployment honeymoon. So like I won't say first started seeing, like I've seen the results. My clothes are big, like my jeans are free and stuff. But like motherfucker, I went from like why did I just say motherfucker? I went from 72 kg to 60. I am this human being, this 5'5" human being is 60 kg. I want to go down to like 55, but like it's going to take like next year and like living on my own and making sure I don't cook irresponsible amounts of rice because I'm going to fucking eat everything and like eating more vegetables. But like being in the what's the word, in the this next week I'm going to work out the complete 5 days. It's not complete five. It's not. We're not going to be doing 2, 3 rubbish and nonsense. But seriously, I'm going on a jog um tomorrow, and this is about like in a sense of like self validation. In that, I saw the results of my labor. Like, I was fucking 72 kg in August. It is April in August 2020, and the fact that I didn't fucking starve myself to death. I was just like, I won't say I was eating normal because I think I've kind of fucked up my metabolism a bit. No, I haven't. Like, I think it's the 9 servings of rice when I was no, it's because my food tastes fucking amazing. So like, I saw the validation when I went to a medical exam. And no, funny enough, I just want to talk about like being skinny first before I talk about the second reason why I was thinking about like self validation, because validation doesn't really I don't really give two shits about what people think about me. I like it when people tell me nice things. I know I've mentioned it before, but but the whole concept of like needing approval, like, obviously when people say shitty things to me, it bothers me a lot, especially when it's people that I care about their opinions. And who else says that except like your parents and your siblings? I don't have like I have close friends, but I don't have I'm no longer in that 16-year-old self that I have friends that are close enough that they feel that they can see you finish and say rubbish and nonsense to you. Do you get? Like, I'm no longer in that see you finish vibe with anybody. I want to get into that zone with somebody, but like I also want to have like, yeah, you still respect somebody if you see, even though you've seen every aspect of their personality, you don't see them finish in quotes. In quotes, like the concept of see you finish, if you're see, it's like you what's the word, you no longer respect the individual because you know so much about them, or you cheapen their worth because they give so much to you. I don't think I'm in that kind of like situation where anybody's seeing me finish, but like except for my family members. Oh my god. But like, let's talk about like body validation. So like, we went shopping yesterday and I realize how expensive everything is, and my pride is not letting me call my mother to like refill my account because I spent money I didn't have on, and like I have a bunch of no, this story of my life. I spent money I don't have. I need to get better at editing. I spent money I don't have on a bunch of dresses. Why? Okay, and that's another form of validation. In the past, I don't know, should I be posting this on the internet? I don't think I'm going to post this on my YouTube account. It's not like anybody's listening or anything. But like, in the past 2 weeks of my unemployment, Dario has gotten 2 job offers. And I'm in a position where I don't know where to go. There's one I obviously prefer, but like we haven't gotten to the final help me, let me sign on this sheet of paper. So I'm stalling. I hope. So I'm stalling the other one. Like, here's Dio. Oh, like, so it feels very validating knowing that I was good. That I like, it feels validating in the sense that I won't say like leaving my job was the right decision, but also validating in the sense that no, in a self-validating in the sense that I honestly believe that I had shortchanged myself. I had freaking shortchanged myself And now I can now with these like two offers, I'm basically confirming that it's true that I was way more awesome than where I accepted because I just didn't want to be at home. And then fuck, I'm going to start thinking about Hamwe. I like my whole head, like, because especially in that last year, I feel like I should have stayed at Hamwe. I'll have gotten a 150k data science job, then moved on to like stayed there for like the 6 months I spent in Leighton Gate, and stayed on there for like a year and gone to study abroad and that kind of stuff. But like I feel like even though I won't say I wasted last year because did I just mention? Oh fuck. I won't say I need to delete one part by once because this is not going on YouTube. Like I won't say I wasted like the last 8 months of my life because the way I speak, like the way I present problems, the way I present solutions, obviously it was as a result of trial and error dealing with clients, trying to understand situations and what have you. But like I was able to understand that this is how I present myself to the world. I need to be energetic, jovial, and that kind of stuff. And I feel that that is perfect. That's why another thing, because I'm trying to go to the point that you know that you're awesome. Rather than validating my personality or talking about self-esteem, I have a really high self-esteem. I think my face is I think I have good bone structure. I would like to get rid of my panda eyes, like my hyperpigmentation around my eyes, but they're dark circles. And maybe like once I get settled into a new role, if I manage to like whichever of the new roles I get, whichever like that is feeling herself hot hot cake. Whichever of the new roles I get, I think I want to like buy more expensive skincare, then like move on to makeup, like simple makeup. I don't think I'm ever going to be a foundation child. Then like I don't think I'm even going to use complexion products. Like maybe getting like I don't even think I'm ever going to use complexion products, and if I do, it's going to be MAC because Baba, or maybe like Zaron or something because I worked so hard to have nearly even skin. If I ignore the fact that I haven't showered today, fuck. Evidence that Dario doesn't go to church. But like, ignore the fact that I haven't showered today. I have pretty good skin. I have just one zit, and it's like at the corner of my eye. One of the other one that was forming has already sort of shrunk. Like it didn't turn cystic. Usually my zits turn cystic, but like only one turned cystic, and the rest remained. Even this one didn't even turn cystic. It's more like a papule rather than a pustule. And the other two remain as whiteheads. And I know the reason is simply because I haven't used my azelaic acid. I haven't like reformulated my niacinamide serum. I don't know what am I using time to do, guy. I don't know, but like when I do things, I do like impactful things that are fun that make sense that just a fucking vibe. So like where was I going? Like my need for self validation is not a question of esteem, is a fear of shortchanging myself and a fear of my own choices rather than my own qualities. Like I said before, I think I'm fucking amazing. I think I look great. I think my body looks great. Even when I was fatter, I think my body looked great. But like my main reason for working out was that my knees were fucking starting to hurt because like my waist was small, my hips were wide, like 10 out of 10 hot chick. But like I lost weight because my knees were starting to hurt, and I was like, at what age? Mama, you're 22. How are your knees hurting? Like you need some Megan Thee Stallion knees in this house. Like you haven't even had your hot girl summer. You're probably never going to because dealing with another human being is very stressful. Speaking of which, I don't know. It's like it started to shock me. Like a good portion of my classmates, like from secondary school to uni, not class, and mostly uni because it's she people. Like uni, we're not that many she people. Then secondary school, are getting married, and I'm like, people really do grow at different paces. Oh, cause Baba, if somebody should see my room, I don't think they'd want to marry me. I have like fucking my older sibling was literally complaining how I forgot to sweep like carrots I put on the floor, and I was like, it's not like that. hot oil poured on me. Like, who would remember the fucking carrots? Like, it was just a tiny speck. If hot oil poured on your body, like, motherfucker, no. So, like, as if when I'm looking at validation, so my main source, this, I know this entire conversation, this is a personal code of conduct that is trying to define herself. And maybe if you see something that is like, what's the word? Relatable to you, you take it in your own aspects and what have you. So I was talking about how this human this human being Daryl has like two various like units. With regards to validation from other people, I don't it's not like I need to hear kind words, I need people to hear it's nice, but my main thing about validation from other people is I like people to accept my choices as right and to think that what I did was amazing. But I don't do you get? But that's as retains to my choices. My main need for validation is I retain to my as is about my choices and my behavior, but I have nothing like no interest in receiving validation for my qualities because that is something I think being a young narcissist and basically later evolving to a human being that understands that other humans are unique and independent and their uniqueness and independence doesn't take from my own has made me have like a bulletproof self-esteem when it comes to my qualities. And if I know it might come off like even when I'm looking like a fucking scrap, like okay, sometimes even when I'm most times when I'm looking like a fucking scrap, I know I look like a scrap on daytime, but like if I think something looks cool, it looks cool. Like mom, you can't be going around. Like I remember like shopping with this one person, and the person was like how skinny I was. They're like, oh my god, you've lost your boobs, and I was like, did I say I wanted boobs? Like I've never really been a fan of boobs like on me. Like it looks great on other people, but like no, it's like I like the whole land of the lustrous skinny boys with broad shoulders and they're not boys, they're gentlest creatures like with broad shoulders and wide hips and no boobs. That is my aesthetic, but I'm never going to get that skinny. Like literally, my bones are unless I decide to waste away my bones, and that's fucking idiotic. Why would you waste away strength for aesthetics? Like unless I decide to waste away my bones, I don't think I might get skinnier like this. I might make that fucking like 57 kg, not 55, but I might make that fucking 57 kg and like lose a bit in my belly and inner thigh area. That's main place. I'm like, oh my god, then I'd be fucking perfect. But that 9 servings of fried rice is probably never going to let that happen. That it's one day. You're not like this. Accept. But the thing is, another reason, because this doesn't usually bother me. Like I fluctuate with the quantity of food I eat and stuff. The reason I'm mentioning like the 9 servings of fried rice so much is because I bought a bunch of size um 38 dresses that barely fit. Like I would be fucked up if I suddenly like gained that extra tiny extra to get to size 40. Obviously, like at the bottoms I'm a size 40, at the tops I'm a size 36, 38. So no, I'm a size 36. So on average, what fits me like I can squeeze into is a size 38. Size 40 just looks snug at the bottom and on top. So it's like I just bought a bunch of size 38 dresses that if mama should go and gain weight small. With this one I exercise very erratic twice in 2 weeks. And she's doing um skinny. She's not walking again like that. Mama will go and gain 10 kg back and be fatter than she was before. After 8 months of hard work, now go and gain everything back. Are you need Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ o. Kò lè ṣẹlẹ̀. But like, there's a possibility, but that is fucking freaking me out. So that is on about my personal journey to validation and self-validation. I recognize that my need for validation for others is based on my choices, my need, but my most important thing is validation for myself and understanding that um what do you call it? And understanding that the choices I make, like I'm not running anywhere. Obviously, I wish I had more money, like, but like, who doesn't? And I know that I need to actively plan. I know. But like, I literally am not seeing any roads ahead or a career roadmap, and I'm finally getting like myself to a point where I'm like, okay, yeah, I think I have like a career mode roadmap and plan and what have you. So like, there's that. So let's look at these tacky reasons, like tacky self-validation stuff, encouraging myself. As related to my choices, it depends on stuff. Like if it's my qualities, that has already sorted out. Acknowledge your strengths, successes, progress, and effort. Done that. Noticing and accepting your feelings. This hence the podcast. Prioritizing your needs. With the exception of my need for entertainment, I don't think I prioritize all my other needs. Treating yourself with kindness. I wouldn't say I'm treating myself overly with kindness. 9 servings of fried rice isn't exactly kindness to a body that hasn't exercised in like how many days. Saying nice things to yourself. I literally wake up in the morning and look at my face. I'm like, oh god, my bone structure is fucking amazing. Like my bones are amazing. Like I understand that I look fucking weird in the sky, but I think it's mostly because I have like old skin. That's one thing that I think I should start a retinol. Like I don't want to go ham with retinol, but retinol is so expensive because it's like skincare products. And I'm like, I don't want that for myself. But like Trinol is so much cheaper. But like I know I need to start with a retinol for like 2 years before I like bring in the big guns of tretinoin. And I'm like, I literally dream about the fruits of my labor, not of the labor itself. But no, I've mentioned this before. I want to have fulfilling labor, so to speak. Like obviously the data cleaning, the data clearing, the other stuff, that's going to be labor. But like finding the answer out of the model, the presentation of that model, the approval of the higher ups, that is also a fruit of labor. So don't even, it's not that I'm dreaming about traveling only, or I'm dreaming about all the spices of the world, or I'm dreaming about getting fat. No, I beg, no. Don't quote me on that. It's literally 3:30 and I has had 9 servings of fried rice. Shut up. Who asked you to cook fried rice by 12 o'clock after you just finish cooking sweet potatoes and fried egg in the morning? But like, leave that one alone. It's because it's my yesterday dress shopping that is making me freaked out that I'll gain weight. When I know that I'm literally fucking like 12 kg lighter than I was in August. I'm like, how the fuck did I even walk? Then last week. But I remember how I walked. I walked with a lot of knee pain because a lot of that 10 kg was on my fucking laps. Most of my weight is still on my fucking laps. So where was I? Now on to motivation. I think I imagine myself doing a bunch of stuff like getting coronation data, like getting data generally, like data and like working, creating new projects, new ideas. And obviously, sometimes I wake up at night thinking about the two opportunities I missed before I went and spent 8 months of my life, which I know it was actually kind of worth it. But it's something that I could have gained after like 3 months and quit. I don't know. But like I was like, I did work there for 6 months. Yay! I can't regret that now. But like it did give me a sense of um like what kind of business models are available, what to say, what to think, that kind of vibe. And I, being the awesome young god, decided like it just realized it's so difficult for me to get to 30 minutes right now. Where was I? I've talked about validation, self-validation. Let's on to motivation. Motivation to do things. And I was talking about my data science work and I'm one of these days going to have a really nice portfolio website hosted on Git pages, but like then I have to fucking learn HTML and CSS. Like I do know some HTML because I've literally I like the way I learn. The way I learn is really cool. Like I've always translated stuff to English, created steps, identified patterns. That's why I feel like data is just the perfect profession for me. Like I like patterns rather than like just going out there. I think it's one of the few reasons why I still can't draw. But like, I'm going to figure it out because fuck. I should have used this 2 weeks like just say fuck everything, go and buy the easel and stuff. But like I feel that drawing is eventually going to become my like the moment I can afford an actual iPad and get Procreate and get an Apple Pencil. I like because I feel learning to draw digital should just be straight away from me. But like I also need like fuck. I think what is causing the most of my problem is my materialism. I'm no longer just so fucking satisfied by just like, obviously, like, entertainment is a great source, but like the desire to create, which some, to be honest, I actually kind of fulfill via like data science, via modeling, via coding and other stuff. The desire to create is expensive because the tools are expensive, and I don't think I want to start working. Like, I want to start with a digital like medium, and it's like the stuff is like God. Like, there's some people I meet on the streets of Lagos, and I'm just like, you're so fucking cool. I wish I could draw. I wish I could like make a video and ask you to talk to me. And I know I keep mentioning this stuff all the time, but I still want something that I have to achieve before I'm 30. Do you know, I do where I talk about 30 is like it's going to be the end of my life. Baba, 30 is like, I know, like 7 years doesn't seems way longer than 6 years to 30. Like, by January 6 next year, it will be 6 years to die being 30. Right now it's six and a half. Like, 7 years to 30 seems a lot longer than 6 years to 30. And the way I talk about 30 is like the fucking end game. And I was like, oh my god, no, I don't think I'm willing to end up as a 30-year-old in this organization. Like, why the fuck will my life move in that direction? I reject it, I rebuke it. Hell no. So where was I? This is me pulling thread from odd places I shouldn't be pulling thread from. Yeah, I was going on to motivation, and people were like, am I a procrastinator? Actually, no. For personal things that I have decided to do for myself, I I procrastinate a lot. But for things that for external things, for tasks, for processes, for things that have a deadline, that's why I love structure. That's why oh my god, I love structure. I love deadlines. I love, because I get them done and I still get the same amount of satisfaction as I did it for myself. Do you get, like, that vibe is just fucking awesome. Then what else? I don't know. Oh yeah. Now that I've talked about validation, motivation, let's talk about stuff that doesn't make any sense. What I've been watching, I really do think, like, I have good taste in people. Like, yes, says a human being who's spending like fucking. I used 72 gig of data yesterday. Like, what motherfucker does that? Like, who does that? That's literally 10k worth of data. Well, I spent 10k on data last month. Wow. Or even 12k guns. I don't even want to think about the value, the numbers. It's just fucking shameful. Or even 94. I don't even know how many gig I spent, and I don't want to look at it. It's just shameful, because what am I using the internet to do? Baba doesn't know. Because I'm funny enough, I'm always online but not online. Like, the things that bothers you about the internet, like, people are like, oh yeah, following people, you envy people. I just like memes and aesthetic stuff, man. I don't think anybody can clown me with stuff. I just realized that I've never really been jealous. I've been interested. Like, I've seen somebody as interested. But like, I've never seen a chick or a dude and I've been jealous. Like, okay, like, when I say I'm jealous, I can be envious. I think envious is the less serious one as jealous. But like, it's always as related to my own like character. Like, I think that's why I feel stoicism is best for me, because most of my motivations and desires are inborn. They are from the thoughts of my own head, the procedures of my own heart, and they're just fucking awesome. Like, guy, um, so like most of my motivations are everything are inborn. So if I tell somebody that I'm envious of them, I'm probably saying that I'm envious of their hard work. I'm envious of their qualities. I wish I was able to put in that much effort and move aggressively towards the things that I want. And when I do like move aggressively towards the things that I want, I'm always like very surprised in my amazingness and fucking awesomeness. But like, that happens. I hope this whole thing doesn't fucking delete. Let me close this whole stuff and stop it. Then I'll probably record another section just to have peace of mind. So I had nothing to say and basically went on a YouTube like journey after that. I did discover like super awesome a new person. Like, I've been seeing her like on my recommended, but I'm like, I'm not clicking on this thing. I should create a YouTube playlist on like people to on like women's issues and situations and what have you. Like just people I think are really cool. I should create a playlist of like YouTubers and stuff on like specific video I like. Cause I know there's some people that who really into this whole like black power feminism and stuff. Like why I have a casual perusal because I have zero sense of self. I've never seen myself as somebody into a larger organization. So that's just been say has been a personal code of conduct. I So like before I post this whole stuff, like I know I just said it has been a personal code of conduct. Somebody just handed me like a bag of ketchup covered nyamaritas and a turkey wing. So like my shame about eating 9 servings of fried rice is going to have to wait. That healthy stuff is starting by fucking okay 6 to 5 7:30. Let me go on in 9. I'll walk for 7:30 to 9. That's if my phone lasts that long. Fuck. Oh well. I would bring the lights. Let me at least charge phones more. Or maybe I won't end up going to work. But I'm definitely working out tomorrow. And then I'll think about what to do with my offer. So it has been a personal code of conduct. Bye.